Hi everybody, this is TechNolli. Well, I just wanted to show you that this is a computer that somebody sent me to have macOS installed on it because he's having problems. And I just want to show you what I do when I get one. So let's just open this up and see what he's got and how well it's packaged. That's the biggest thing. We got to package these things really good because if we don't, they will damage them in shipping. As you all know, I'm sure, if you've shipped anything. So let's check it out. Okay. All right, he put a cord in here. We don't need this, so don't bother sending that to me because I'll forget to send it back. And then he put a bunch of newspaper in here, which is okay. He also sent me a keyboard, which I don't need. And new SSD if needed. And he sent me a USB so I can put the files on it. And a love letter. I don't know what that says yet. So, let's see what else. Alright, so let's see what he says here. Alright. Okay. Enclosed is a PC, the cable, the Mac keyboard, a new SSD, the USB, and a check for services. Let me know when you're ready to ship everything back so I can arrange shipping charges. But he's already paid. He doesn't know that. He's already paid for shipping. Also, for my learning experience, please let me know what had to be done so maybe next time it won't be so difficult. Yeah, so he was having problems, and we're going to see why he was having problems and try to help him out so he can do it on his own next time. Let's see what we've got here. All right, so we got a PC. And what did I do with it? Here it is. Okay. Now, I prefer, guys, that you wrap in large bubbles. Large bubbles tend to not cause damage as opposed to these small ones. And I like to do at least 2 rounds of large bubbles. So I'm going to, when I package it back up, I'm going to put large bubbles around it so I know it doesn't get damaged. Alright, let's see if we can get this out. Nice case. And he's got a Apple line. Perfect. Okay. Try to do that without scratching it. Okay. Nice fractal case. Okay, this is a Ryzen, that's right. I remember now. So Ryzen PC. So there it is. Got a graphics card in it. Everything looks like it made it without damage. So that's good. Alright, so let's set it up on the bench and see what's going on. Okay guys, so let's turn this thing on and see if anything happens at all. So I've got to switch up here. Alright. Just a little motherboard here, but let's see if anything pops on the screen. Yeah, it looks like it's going to boot. And yeah, I see problems. I see problems. Look on the screen here. I just did a reboot. Okay. See, we've got some strange letters on the screen. And that's because OC Auxiliary Tools, or the version of Open Core that is being used, is not the right version or the current version. And so we get those little error messages. But let's try this again. We'll restart it. Okay, restart. And then let's see if we can do a Control V. Control V. All right. Well, yeah, it's not right. So for this one, I'm going to build a new EFI for it. Well, wait a minute. The guy left a USB, so hold on. Okay, so let's try with this USB, see what's on it. We'll kill it again. Turn it back on. And this is, I think, a gigabyte, so we'll do F12 to go to the boot menu. Yeah, all right. So we want to boot from Open Core. And that didn't work, so F12 boot menu. F12 boot menu. Okay, we should, let me go into setup and let's just make sure everything in here is right. Okay, so we'll go fast boot's disabled, CSM support is disabled, secure boot is disabled, that's all good. Let's go over to peripherals. Yes, that's right. Above 4G, trusted computing is disabled. Super IO is disabled. Handoff is enabled. Okay, so everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. On this system, where do you tell it? Yeah, I want to boot from this first. Yeah, something's not right. Okay, right there. Okay, I'm going to check something. Let's hold on a second. Yeah, I sent him this stick and he must have initialized it to Windows, because as you can see when I insert it, it is not for macOS. So we're going to have to make a new EFI for this. And hold on a second. Let me just set you up real quick and we'll do it. Okay. Okay, so it is this one. It's Gigabyte B450M. Okay, so it has in it, the thing we need to make sure is the LAN. It has a Realtek 8111, and there are no Wi-Fi. So this is pretty simple system. So what we're going to do is simply go up here and erase that USB stick, disk utility, and there it is, and uninitialize. So we're going to erase it. I'm going to call it USB, and we'll keep this the same. All right, and while that's doing that, I'm going to go up here to Ryzen. I have a base system here under Sequoia. So we'll open up this EFI. And we need all of this set up just right. Now it does have a different, this is for LAN connections, or LAN adapters. So we're going to choose the right one for this one, which is this, Realtek. And we're going to move it up, get it up here to the top. It does not have Wi-Fi, but if he wants to add Wi-Fi later, I'm going to leave these in here, just turn them off. And for right now, we'll leave inject all, so the USBs, we don't get stuck on the USB ports. Everything else looks good. Security is disabled. We've got everything we need here to boot. Gonna generate some new, this is how you generate new serial numbers. You always want to do that if you're borrowing somebody else's EFI, or if you grab one off the internet, you want to generate your new system security numbers and motherboard numbers and system UUID number just by generating. And that way you won't have problems using Apple services, you know. So let's give this a go and see if it works. I saved it. And the only problem is now I need to make this USB stick. I need to put macOS on it, Sequoia. So if you go here to go, and go down here to applications, and if you have downloaded, you see I got a lot of them, but if you have downloaded we're going to use this Sequoia, this is the latest one. So if you have downloaded it, it'll be in here, okay? And once it's in there, then all you have to do is go over to make a USB bootable Mac. Right there. And we'll scroll up till we see Sequoia, and we'll grab this text, copy it. We'll go up here to Spotlight, and we'll type in terminal. Okay, and we will then paste that into there. But the name of my volume is USB, all lowercase, USB. We hit enter, put in our password, and say yes. And when this gets done making my USB stick, I can put that EFI folder on the USB, okay? See you in a few. Okay, we're all done here. We're 100%, so the USB is now install macOS Sequoia. I'm going to use OC, Auxiliary Tools, to get to the, it's right here. No, that's image. It's right here. To get to the EFI partition, so I can put that EFI in there. Okay, so here's the partition. And what did I do with the EFI? Oh yeah, it's right here. So we'll put it right there. And then we're going to jump over to the PC and see if it works. Hopefully it will. Okay, pull that out. Okay, guys, there we go. We're back. Let's put this USB in there and see if we can boot. So I'm going to hit F12 to get to the boot menu of the motherboard. Make sure we select the USB stick. Now I'm just doing this quick just to give you guys a quick show of how this works. Okay, so he did have macOS on it, So I am going to check it. So the EFI that he had got messed up somehow. It's hard to say. Or the drive is messed up. But there it is, getting stuck. Yeah. I don't think it's going to boot, guys. I'm going to shut it down. Then I'm going to restart it again. F12 key, tapping that. To get to the boot menu again. Okay, and I'm selecting this right here, this A solid USB. That's the USB. So we'll hit that. And what we want to do is wipe out. I'm going to go over here to reset NVRAM, because anytime that we make a change, we want to reset the NVRAM of this computer so it doesn't remember any other old EFIs. So I'm going to do that. Just hit enter and then start hitting the F12 key again, because all it's doing is clearing it and coming right back. Okay, go back down here to the A solid, and we're going to try to install and see what happens. Install. And that didn't work. So let's go into the BIOS and make sure our settings are correct. Again, System, BIOS. Okay, we'll make that A solid. Disabled. There's not much on these kind of systems, these AMD systems, that you have to mess with. Yeah, I think everything is okay. I think I might know what the problem is. Let's see here. I don't know what CPU this has in it. Let's see. Here we go. It's a 2700, which is 8-core processor. Okay, that's good. So let's go back and let's try it one more time. We'll reset NVRAM and see if we can get it to boot. Okay, we'll reset. And we'll go back in again. Okay. Enter. Go back to install MacOS Sequoia. Nope, doesn't like it. Okay, let's take a look. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I screwed up. So here's what I did. This is a... Let's see, what is this again? It is a 450 motherboard, not a 550. So I'm going to go back over here to my EFI, and I unchecked this SSDT. Okay, I unchecked. I had it checked. It should not be checked. If it was a B550, then it would need to be checked, but it's a 450. So I just uncheck it, save it, and then go right back, and let's see if it'll install now. Okay, plug it in. Oops, turn it on. And again, we're going to do the F12 key. so we can boot just from the USB stick. Okay. All right. Now we'll try it again. That's better. That's a whole lot better. Now it always gets stuck right down here. Successfully initialized AHCI controller. It'll get stuck there if you do not have your USB ports mapped, or you use inject all USB ports, the newest version, and you can get by this little area, and then you can do your USB port mapping when you've finished the install. Okay, so we'll come up here, put a little face on there for you. I'm just doing this, just a quick, this is not really a tutorial, this is just a quick show of, you know, what can happen, and just fixing a customer's computer. It's taken a long time to examine. Okay, it's done. All right, so we're gonna make sure that we check this down arrow and show all devices. So here's his drive, and we're going to erase it, and I'm just gonna call it MacOS and APFS and GUID partition map, erase it. Okay, we're done. We'll click that, go out of here, and install macOS Sequoia, continue, continue. Agree and agree. And select that drive. Continue. All right, so when this is done, we'll come back and finish up, and we should be good. I'll show you the final steps. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go down here, United States. For me, I don't want to, I'm going to set it up as new. Continue. Not now. Local network's fine. I'm going to say does not have it because I don't think I have it hooked up right. Continue. Put a name. All right, agree, agree. Location services, and then I turn this off. Set up later. Light mode's fine. Only automatic. And continue. Continue and do what it says. Boom. Okay, I want to check something here. Yeah, the network, I've got the wrong text, obviously. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Wi-Fi to work. I'll put in my little USB stick here with my extra files on it. And we'll go down here to LAN. And heliport is what we want. Now when you buy an EFI from me, you get all of these links to these files. So you don't have to worry about where do I find all these things. And we'll go down here and grab Hackintosh. And auxiliary tools. We always need auxiliary tools. All right, now let's see if the Wi-Fi works. So we're going to use heliport. Open. Okay, it will not open because it thinks it's a threat. So we'll go down here to privacy and security and go down here and open anyway. Open anyway. Put in our password. Okay. So quit. So let's look at our EFI, and we're going to go ahead and transfer it too. So we're using OC Auxiliary Tools. We click here to see our drives. And this right here is the drive we installed macOS on. So we're going to open that EFI partition. And then this is the drive that has the EFI on it. We'll open that up. And you can see it popped up right there. So we'll go over here. The machine looking one is the hidden EFI on the Mac. And this one is the hidden EFI partition on the USB stick. And that's our EFI. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two. Get rid of this. Just eject all this stuff so it doesn't get confused. And then open that up. Okay, again, we need to tell it it's okay to open these files. Allow. Allow. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to turn on Wi-Fi. Let's save that. It's another little file it was trying to open. So we'll save it. And now we're going to restart. Because we don't have Wi-Fi yet, or any kind of internet yet. Okay, macOS. We don't need our USB stick anymore. So we've got those ejected. There we go. Now let's see if we can get some Wi-Fi at least. Okay, we're going to go over here to our heliport file, or heliport. It's not running. Okay, that's telling me that, I'll show you the file. Okay, it's showing it's turned on, so it should be working. Let's try something else. this is the correct text for Wi-Fi, but it's not working. And the Wi-Fi that comes with this particular motherboard is not Intel, so that won't work. So, for some reason, let's look here and see if we can find the LAN. Okay, we'll use Hackintosh. We'll change the class and we'll look for Ethernet, and there it is. So we do have the correct text, but when we go here and we go to network, we don't have it. It shows not connected. And what's really strange is none of the lights are lighting up. I wonder if this motherboard might be defective. I don't know. It's really strange because that's not lighting up. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to shut this down. And then I'm going to discard. I'm going to show you. I've got a slot right in there. Let me take this off here. Let me lower it. Okay, so I've got a slot right here that I can put in this Wi-Fi card, which is an Intel chip. Okay, so let's see if I can do this so you guys can see what's going on. So I'm going to put this in. Yeah, I got to take off this one. Okay, so we'll plug this in this slot. Now, another thing that we have to do is we have to hook up this cable to a USB port. So there's one right there. This will give us Wi-Fi. This motherboard comes with a Realtek Wi-Fi, which is not supported in macOS. And the genius guys that crack all this stuff obviously haven't made a text for those yet. So let's go ahead and let's go into the BIOS. I'm going to set you back up here. All right, so Control Delete. Okay, let's go into the BIOS. Well, you know what? It is lit up on the back. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it boot up and see if we get Wi-Fi. So for some reason, I just wonder about this motherboard because I'm not getting any LAN connection either, which is pretty weird. All right, so let's go ahead and try Heliport. There it goes. All right, so it's coming up right here. I'm going to click here, click here. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And then, yep. Okay, it's trying to come up, trying to log in. I think I didn't get the password in right. It's trying to connect. Still not connecting. It's a real weak signal. I wonder. Well, there it is. It's trying to connect. Could be the Wi-Fi chip on the motherboard is interfering with it. Okay, so right in here is the little Wi-Fi card. I'm going to point my... right here. This is the Wi-Fi card that's built on the motherboard. In the beginning of the video, I said this motherboard did not have Wi-Fi, but yes, it does. And I think there's something wrong with the Wi-Fi, and definitely something is wrong with the LAN connector because it doesn't light up, it's not working. I think it's physically or something on the motherboard is damaged when it comes to Wi-Fi or LAN on this board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that card out of there, and then I'm going to see if our little Wi-Fi card that I've got in here, PCIe card, if it works now connecting and everything. Okay, so let's pull out that card. I gotta take the motherboard out, unfortunately, to get to the screws, and we'll see how it works. I'll be right back. Okay, so I pulled it out. There's a little slot right there. I pulled it out, and now I'm going to turn on the PC, and we're going to see if this thing connects to Wi-Fi. I think it will. Okay, logged in. Now let's go up here and see if it connects. Look at that, full bars. I don't know if you can see that or not, but full bars, and it's connected. So we should have internet now, and we do. All right, so there we go. Still, let's check to see if the LAN is working, and it's not. So this gentleman is going to have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth with that little PCIe card, and that will take care of this computer, and she's all fixed. So we had defective RAM, and we found out that the motherboard has something wrong with the Wi-Fi and the LAN connector, but we're back up and running. I did replace the hard drive on this too, because when I went to format it, it took probably 2 minutes, and it was just taking a long time to do anything with the hard drive. So the customer sent one, so we used it, and I feel much better about it. The computer has been running perfectly fine. Everything's good with it. So that's it on this one. We're fixed. And guys, we'll see you on the next video.